Actually, we are having some delay because someone is having difficulties in joining us, and I got message from I got message from Uzor now, who is one of the who should be here. So we have to proceed. I don't know. Maybe I try it more 2 minutes, but we proceed.
It's all greatness, rise up to its purity. We are not a people of different culture. Ideal heritage bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa. Rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather you all gonna praise her. With the flag, with the flag, with the flag, with the flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak for now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home.
I apologize for the little delay we are having now. Olayomi, I have to give you 1 minute to speak to people, but then I will play some Biafra song. Then while we wait for someone to join, then I give you the chance. Sorry for the little delay we are having. So go on.
A very good evening to all our viewers from around the globe. We welcome you to today's very beautiful broadcast that we're going to be looking into this evening. My name is Olayomi Koiki. We'll be going into more conversation later, but for now, we welcome all hail Biafra, all hail the Oduduwa and the freedom, and our going home is just very close, but we must remain focused, just like the topic. I'll take it back to the studio where I can give it back to the host.
Thank you so much. Then I have to play some Biafra song in some minute. Then if there is nothing, if we can't get any positive answer, then we have to proceed. So thank you so much, and I welcome everybody today. Today, I think this is my first time. This is my first time in my program that I have to use English. So today, I have to ask for forgiveness in because if I make some mistake, don't take it personal. English is not my language, and I was once an English student until many languages take it away from me, and today I struggle with English. But so far, I can speak my Biafra language, and that is the most important thing. Thank you so much. Here with me is Charles, my brother, and here is with me Magnus Oraka, and also my brother Wachin Melu, who will be also joining us. And so I have to give everybody 1 minute to introduce themselves. I have to start with our brother Magnus Oraka. Then I'm going to you. Good evening and welcome. So go on.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on your show. It's been a pleasure. And I also want to apologize for the small mishap in the technicalities that ensued before the show. I hope we're going to have fine and entertaining.
Thank you so much. Charles, I'm going to you now. So please, can you just use 1 minute to introduce yourself?
Good evening, viewers. My name is Charles Eze. It's my pleasure being here. I hope you will all enjoy the show. But Mayor, I thought you would have played an Oduduwa national anthem, since we have also an Oduduwa here and we're at the same page. You understand? So it will balance. And I don't hear.
My brother from Oduduwa Republic, do you have your national anthem in YouTube? Or you should play it for us. Maybe we can hear from you. Let me.
Uh, am I on mute?
Am I on mute?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, go on.
Yeah.
I just give the last sentence says, we are the light of the future. And I'm sure we will bring light to the focus of our conversation this evening. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki, a proud Yoruba man, and it's my pleasure to be with every one of us watching all over the world, and with my brothers right with me in the studio. I will hand over back to my host.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. I will. I think I will give you like 2 minutes to explain us all what explain us little lines about your the national anthem you played. What is it all about? Can you just give us more, throw more light on it, and the motivation behind it?
Well, the anthem says it all. It says, as people, Isheya, work has started, and I'm sure for
Can you
those that are
mute other members?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Go on while I unmute them.
yeah, it says a message to indicate that Isheya means work have started, and if we look at the history of the Yoruba people noted as well. Okay, it's back. Thank you very much. So Isheya means work. Whenever you hear Ishe, you hear work. Towards the end of it, it also indicates that we are the light. Imole Adulawo. We are the light of the future. We are the light of the people. And I'm sure we've been in kind of a darkness, which we're going to be going into, during this conversation. But the key aspect of it is a lot of our people, when I say my people, I mean the Yoruba people, have been turned into a kind of third class citizens, and not realizing that, as far back as 1822 to 1824, that I'll be looking into later on, we've been there. But when you look at the situation we are in at the moment, the anthem just literally says it all. I will hand over back again to you in the studio.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going back to my brother Magnus Oraka. I'm going to ask you just one question, and so that we have to know where you stand this night before we go into this conversation. We have seen so many videos of you. We know you have some little problems with IPOB, and we have to ask you some questions. What group are you? What group are you now? What group are you representing now? Or do you have any plan, or are you still alone now? Before we go into this discussion.
Well, I am not in any group for now. and I'm just being circumspect. I'm just being careful. I'm just being, because my experience with IPOB has been terrible, very, very terrible. So I don't want to, having experienced the kind of experience I have in IPOB, I do not want to rush into any organization. Initially, my thought was I could bring everybody together. That's including the Yoruba folks. I thought I could bring everybody together. But with the eventual attitude of IPOB and the emphasis on placing an individual above the need for the freedom of the people, I felt I was betrayed and disappointed. So now I'm actually biding my time. So to answer your question, I am not in any group. Neither am I alone. I'm not alone. I am open to embrace the good Igbo brothers, the side of the Igbo brothers that are good, and my good Yoruba friend here, and every other people that have a mindset of unification rather than the whole emphasis on supreme leader, savior, and what all me. So I think in a short while, for now, I think that's the only answer I can give for you now.
Okay, thank you so much. I wish you all the best, but everybody's opinion cannot be the same. Here in Germany, we said Verschiedenen and Unterschiedenen Meinung on the Mentalität. Everybody cannot be the same, and I wish you good luck. But what we want and what everybody wants is how to make sure we divide Nigeria and how to make sure we we achieve the freedom, and that is Biafra. Charles Eze, I want to know which people you are representing in this today, and I don't know. I think you are a member. Okay, speak for yourself. Sorry. Okay, Charles, go on.
Um, yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity. First of all, I want to say I would like us to, because I really do not get the objective of this gathering tonight. I thought it's a gathering of same people with diverse opinion to make all of us achieve one goal. But haven't heard from my brother um, Magnus. Looks like I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't know if we are here for a debate or we are here for, because what Magnus this Magnus is on our own side, which is he's a Biafran son, and if we have to talk about Biafra inner caucus, uh, um, should I say disagreement, it might be on a separate day, to be honest, because here we have Oduduwa brother. I thought what we're here to do is to see how we can motivate others to be into this community and push it to greater height. But I would like you to be honest, Mayor, if you can reschedule me and Magnus with another person, maybe another other people you think that might be relevant in that discussion. And the objective will be to see how we can, I myself, I'll do my best to make Magnus to see that the way he sees things sometimes differs from the way others sees it. And it takes tolerance, to achieve whatever you want to get. But going into it now means opening our personal matters to other people. You know what I mean? So my name is Charles. Like I've said, I'm not an oath member of IPOB, but IPOB by, should I say, by birth. I am an IPOB by birth, which is Indigenous People of Biafra, but I am not an oath member of IPOB, but I support. And as you can see with my platform, I do my best to support without minding who's the leader, without looking for any relevant position or seeking to be respected. I do my quota because I believe that some of us who feels that elders have been insulted or using names or whatnot, if you go by our ages at this point in time, don't look at our faces. Some of us are very old, so we are among the elders, and that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people mistake him and call him this small boy, but indeed he's an elder. Okay, so in that case, I said we can reschedule. To be honest, I would like to speak to my brother on a private day. I can't hear.
Okay, sorry. Charles, thank you so much. We have date on that, and we are going to include you on in the. We are going to include you in this debate. We have already fixed, but it's not really open. But thank you for creating awareness that you want to be part of this debate. Because normally I ask the question because a group of people said, "Hey, Mayor is fighting Nnamdi Kanu, and the Mayor is against Biafra restoration." Then that is why I wanted to hear from you people that said, where do you belong and where do you belong? And at least from the answers shows that this platform is not for anyone or it's not against anyone, but we are in for anything that will bring peace, and we are in anything that will promote unity, and we are in that anything that will help us, and that is why we are here today with our brother to know what he has been up to, and his plan, and some of the ideas we will share with him. And thank you, my brother Magnus, for also granting this request to join us today. And I want everybody in this program to see their to see themselves as brothers and sisters. And sorry if my English is too poor. English is not my language. I already have 7 languages already, so I'm trying my best. So I'm going to go back to my brother Olayomi Koiki. I have to start from you. I want you to use 5 minutes to tell us how you started this, to tell us what motivated you, to tell us why you are into this, and tell us more the things that motivated you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chris. And once again, it's my pleasure to be on a platform of learned people, a platform of well-educated people, and a platform of people that believe in humanity. As long as we remember that humanity is the main reason why, depending on whatever side you are in life, humanity is as simple as making someone smile. Humanity is as simple as making your next door neighbor knows that you are there should there be needed. Humanity is the reason why a lot of us are waking up every day, even from going to your normal jobs. Humanity is not just about money alone. Sometimes humanity might be in kind of different ways that a lot of people might interpret. But as long as we remember that, then that takes me into the conversation. I've already introduced myself. I'm just a normal guy, like I would say, but I have been around for some time, and I can only say I will try and bring it as forward as quickly for the benefit of those that might be seeing this space for the very first time, or those that might have come across one way or the other one video, and they're probably thinking, who the hell is this one again? And I remember, just to buttress it, when I was doing a broadcast almost 3 or 4 weeks ago, right in front of North Middlesex Hospital, trying to compare that hospital to what is happening back home in terms of our own medical. And I can remember, it was about 6:30 a.m. I set up in a house, got to the in front of the hospital, and while I was presenting the early morning show that I call it at about 6:30, there was a brother coming closer to me. I sensed that definitely is a Biafra. He kept looking at me and thinking, where is this one coming from what he was hearing from my mouth. Eventually, I think we had a conversation, that he joined the broadcast, and it lasted about 35 minutes. The video is still online. It was quite heated debate because we spoke about land. That is not where I'm going. What have I been doing prior to these? I've done quite a lot. I traveled out of Nigeria in 98. So that means I've been out of Nigeria at exactly more than 2 decades. I have done so much for myself. I have done so much for the community. A lot of people might say, do you just wake up one day and hate Nigeria? Do you just wake up one day? Maybe something triggered your mind. Before that level of what triggered my own agitation or my own movement and my
I
own
will beg you.
belief.
Excuse me. I'm not interrupting you, but I have to ask for a favor,
Yeah.
and that favor is this: to help us slow your English, and so that
Okay, all
the
right. Okay,
viewers
I will bring it down a little
because
bit.
some of us are Ibotic. We are Ibotic. You understand?
Okay, we be same now. We be same. So,
so thank you. Right on.
I left Nigeria after my secondary school. Just about 21 years ago, I've been in UK. I've done quite a lot here, just like any other guy that left Nigeria. I left Nigeria not because of any other reason, maybe for the fact that I believe my mom was there and I had to travel out. What have I done for myself? Just like any other person, a young boy, left Nigeria, passionate about Nigeria, the football, the food, the music. But moving forward, after about 10 years ago, I got involved with the community. What is community? It's all about, making yourself available to say, hey, I'm here. I can do anything. I could help you set up a table. If you're having an event, I could do as basic, again, remember the word humanity. I was doing this within the community. What is the community? This is the Nigerian community in United Kingdom. And I remember my first trip, because I'm going to fast forward because I'm timing it. I know you say 5 minutes. I remember my first trip with the community to Edinburgh. It was a kind of, engagement within those in London and those in Scotland side, just within the embassy. And I traveled with them. And that was how I got involved. And I've done my own, and I've paid my dues, day and night. I fall in love with media. And I'm sure you can see from my presentation, and media is one thing in me, and I have engaged again humanity, as basic as what you might call a bar market. I'm sure a lot of people that live in United Kingdom will know what we call car boot market. It's like an outdoor market. I did a bit of IT, so that means I was making a bit of living, while again serving the community. Remember, community is what I'm going to use more here. So I am serving a community here in UK all my life. That means people come into my, my market, just like you're trading in any part of Nigeria or across the world, while I was doing my thing. But what makes me different was that as much as I love the money, just like any other person would do, no one would say in this world that you don't love money. But I was making sure that when anybody comes to buy as simple as a gadget, I got to tell them that the voltage and the amp is different. If you input 19 volt into a 16 volt, it's going to blow it up. So that gives me a kind of reflection. When people come into the market, they direct them to me and I tell them the way it is. Again, remember community and humanity. As I was making money, I was also helping the community. And I did within the community in Nigeria. I have been here for a while. I wasn't born in UK, but as anyone struggled, immigration, we've gone through that. After 14 years, I am back again to Nigeria. Remember, I have left Nigeria a very long time. Then we've been hearing good things, bad things about Nigeria. But to my shock, when I went to Nigeria in 2015, it looks like the same Nigeria I left in 1998. Nothing has literally changed, apart from people looking older than their age. I thought, okay, this is the normal thing. Nigeria is not good, it's not bad. We can all manage it. And I remember, and I'll put this on record, when the government was coming in 2014, the APC government, right inside my shop, we thought, okay, there will be a change that would have impact with the people at home. And I remember my younger brother saying to me, why are you putting out so much on behalf of this government in terms of the campaign? Have you been paid? And I said, well, you know, you don't have to be paid because I've lived again within a community here in UK where things work. If it works, I don't have to send you money. Then you don't have to demand money from me. That is what I was expecting because we were given the impression, remember this, that the diaspora will come home, work with the government and the people at home. Again, the government came in and we can now realize that, you know, down the line, nothing has changed. We have now become the capital poverty of the world. I recited this morning, so I have it off air. 90 million people, regardless of whether they are Igbo, Hausa, Tiv, whatever cultural tribes they are in abject extreme poverty. What really triggered my own movement, and this might shock a lot of you and those that are watching us, it was right inside this same room. I declare and I said, after working again with the community, I'm a radio presenter for 3 years, serving the community. Showore has been in my studio, Feladuro Toye, during the campaign for the presidential election, you know, that just, 2019. I spent my money to went back home to cover that election. Just before that election, I remember a trip. I came back from Nigeria, right at Gatwick Airport. I said I wanted to travel around the whole state just to see what we can do, advise people what they can do in each of the state and connect the people. Koiki Media, as a lot of people might be seeing it for the first time, has been a registered company here in UK for 2 years, likewise registered in Nigeria, just to bring it forward. I remember, because I have 14 volunteers that have been with me, and I can tell you categorically, I have 2 of them working for me in Enugu, and I take care of them. They are not full-time staff, but I believe in the last 2 years, I've been doing the little that I have based on a media platform to take care of them. And they send reports. We do what we can do to share news from Enugu, Southwest. But just about 3 months ago, the voice and the message of Oduduwa has been ringing. I've been participating, but not as fully as what I'm doing now. Daniel James is from Akwa Ibom State, and this is what triggered me. Daniel James was butchered, almost killed by 2 Fulani herdsmen inside southwest of Akure in southwest of Nigeria, Akure in Ondo State. When I first received the image of Daniel James, which I will send to you, Chris, you can put that on your timeline later on after this broadcast so that I can come back to you in the studio in 1 minute. I saw Daniel James was butchered all over his head. He's lucky he's still alive. The message was Fulani attacked him. And right there I said, I think it is time now that we reflect back and ask, do we want to continue with this problem that we are facing? Or should we just break up now and go back to the roots? And since then, my message has been no retreat, no surrender. Oduduwa will stay. Biafra will come, whether people like it or not. This is a new breed of generation. And I declare in this room that 6 months, my 6 months have not even touched ground. My 6 months will be in December. But in 6 months' time, the world will hear more about Oduduwa and the freedom that we're asking for. I take it back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much. And somebody is asking, where is Uzor? We got a message from Uzor. Today is Shabbat, and Uzor will join us soon. And so I'm going back to you, Mr. Olayomi. Olayomi, you have encounter with, I think I watched the video, your interview with Sowore and other presidential candidates during the election time. I want to ask you something. Can you please tell us the name of your movement so that people who are watching you have to? Can you please tell us the name of your movement? Yeah.
Well, the name is just as simple as the Oduduwa movement. The name is just as simple. And also, the platform is Koiki Media, and I work not just on my own. I work with collective of other media, like-minded, that are also fighting for the freedom of their people, not just from the Oduduwa side. I'm sure I have engaged with Jocelyn Noah, I have engaged with Simon Ekpa, and a few others as well. But I'm sure, that I can say is an Oduduwa movement, and again is to first and foremost bring the conscious awareness of the people at home to understand where we are coming from before we can ask them to fall into what we believe as Yoruba people, that is more than older than Nigeria, and Nigeria is just a geographical expression, and Nigeria is not going to work regardless of whether a Yoruba man is put there as the president from what they think in 2023, and there won't be an election. I have told them, and I'm telling them again on this platform, election will not exist in 2023. I'll hand over back again to you in the studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going back to Mr. Oraka. I just have a question to ask you. Many of us meet you in the peak of where you are agitating. Many of us meet you in the peak of where everything is going fine. But we also want to know your plans when you started. What motivated you? Because I will ask my brother from Oduduwa the same question later, but we have seen you conducting many rallies, many movements. We want to know, during this time you are doing all this, your challenges and what you have in plan, and what is your regret now, and also some of your suggestion as somebody on the ground now, somebody facing the reality, because you are in Nigeria now, because almost four of us is outside the country. I am sorry again. I apologize if my English is too poor, but remember, English is not my language. Thank you so much. I'm going back to you, Mr. Oraka.
Yeah, thank you very much. First and foremost, stop apologizing about your English. We do understand, and we are not making less of you because of your ineptitude in spoken English. So please do not apologize about your English again. We are okay, and you have been doing a great job so far. And secondly, our Yoruba brother here, I must commend the articulate nature with which you have been responding to the question around here. I'm impressed when I'm in front of intellectuals. Believe me, I get elevated when I'm speaking with people I can relate sensibly to. And then to my other IPOB brother there, I think it is wrong for you to think that because we're in front of the Yoruba man, he should be alienated because he doesn't speak Igbo, or because he's not Biafra, he's Oduduwa. From what I read there, the topic for today's thing is Oduduwa and Biafra in focus. So from the topic alone, I think one can think or imagine that we're trying to see how we can bring Oduduwa and Biafra side by side and see what can be learned from each other, or how there can be a synergy towards breakage or alienation from Nigeria. Having said that, to answer your question, I was back in school. I was what you refer to as the aluta person. I was always involved in demonstration and fighting for the rights of students. So that was just me, and I left school. So one day I saw Fulanis. They injured 3 young boys, and there's a clinic close to where I stay, and they brought the injured people to the clinic, and I went there to see them. When I saw them, I was taken aback. I was really disgusted. And in a split second, the aluta in me back in the university days came up. And there I made the viral video, which went all over Nigeria, saying that Buhari is an idiot, Buhari come and attack me, and blah, 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 blah. And before then, I saw myself making videos and making quite a few topical issues, which got to a lot of my listeners. Then I started hearing people saying, join IPOB, join IPOB, join IPOB. And because I grew up in the North, I'm 54 years old now, and I've spent those 54 years in the North. So I never had Igbo friends or Hausa friends or Southern friends. All my friends have been Hausas. Now, what made me really know that we've never been one with the North was there's a forum where they added me and my classmates, they're all Hausas. And my own friend, as a matter of fact, he's the younger brother of Abakari. We are with him. So he made a comment and said, Yaya aka yi har an bar arne ya zama shugaban kasa. So let me rephrase that. Yaya aka yi har an bar arne ya zama shugaban kasa. In English, it meant, how did it come to be that we allowed an infidel to become the president of Nigeria? Now, when I saw, and as at that time, he already has a PhD degree. As at the time he made that statement, he has a PhD. So when he made that statement, I was like, okay. So all this idea of being in the same school together with the level of education, when it comes to politics, the man with the PhD degree and the man with the sugarcane is the same mentality. So I decided to go full force to begin a process of re-educating our people and to start from the psychology, because I strongly believe that in the South, what is basically wrong with us is the political psychology. We do not have a political psychology at all. Yes, we may be emotional that we are being marginalized. The North is shortchanging us. The North is siphoning us. But just entertaining emotion alone is not fighting for freedom. Just shouting and pumping your fist that Biafra will come, it's not fighting emotion, because we have basic psychological problem that inhibits us from even appreciating how the dynamics of our problems are and how to create a corresponding strategy that will liberate us from the dynamics of the caliphate's political machination that aims to put us at a subservient state. So I started educating people. First, I felt I needed to re-educate the definition they defined us, like this South-South, Southeast, Southwest, Middle Belt, Middle this thing. For goodness sake, we are all Southerners. We are also, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether we are all Southerners. Forget this South-South. So that divisive geographical nomenclature alone was a very strong tool that the caliphate used to divide us. Today, the Yoruba sees themselves different from the Igbos. The Igbos see themselves different from the Yorubas. The South people see themselves different from the Igbos. Geographical compass in normal geographical nomenclature. But you see, there are so many things that makes a lot of people say, okay, we want to be South, we want to be Niger Delta, we don't want to be with Biafra, we don't want to be with this. And now, like my other IPOB man, I know you said you are going to have another discussion with me that the man there is a Yoruba man. It's wrong to even begin to think that way. He is a Nigerian. We've lived together with them for close to 50-something years now. There is nothing we are going to discuss that they don't already know. These guys are very, very meticulous. They are very smart. I can assure you that the Yoruba man sitting there knows more about our problem than you think you are going to let out now in his presence. You understand me? So the truth is this. In fact, when the other man is talking, I am so thrilled. I'm so thrilled because when an intellectual is speaking, you just you get this thing as if your cold rain is so. I don't know if I've eaten my time, because can I still continue?
You will continue,
Okay.
but I will just ask you for a favor now, and the favor is very
Okay.
simple. I would like you to give us the real points, to go straight to the point. My brother Charles just gave his opinion during the time. I don't want us to go back because we are not in for it. So that we will make sure so that whenever Uzor join us, he will continue from where we stop. Thank you so much. Go on. Thank you.
Okay. So the truth here is that let me be very, very specific. The kind of nation I want is a nation that something is echoing. The kind of nation I want is a nation that realizes that, look, in Nigeria now, the only problem we have is the Fulani Caliphate. The Yoruba man is not the problem of the Igbo man. The Igbo man is not the problem of the Yoruba man. Whatever problem we think we have now is artificial. So my stand, when I started, I was actually going for this Biafra thing. But over time, and when I saw the way it was going, it's no longer sellable to me. I'm so sorry. It's my prerogative and my opinion, and I abide. Because whatever I speak today, I get a lot of calls from my robo elders. So I cannot speak anything that deviates from the general opinion of the robo elders that speak with me every day. So right now, I can tell you for sure that the concept of Biafra is not sellable to me and to my people. It is not. I'm so sorry about that. But that should not offend another person, because it is a prerogative. It is my right to feel the way I want to feel.
Thank you so much, Magnus. I think we're giving you much, and we are going to come back to you, because at the time we didn't ask you whether the Biafra is sellable or it's not sellable. We only want to see your regrets and the things you have in mind, even because let me be frankly speaking with you here. Even if you are not with the IPOB, you are going to, if you are still involved in this struggle, you are going to join another group. And that is why when you see me, I said, even if you are Mazop, even if you are LNC, if any group you are, just remember that we have one focus, and that one focus is Biafra, and that one focus is freedom, and one focus is how to destroy Nigeria. And we don't want to, because this Nigeria have destroyed a lot of future, and that is our focus. But you are outspoken, and believe me, on this platform, I will also beg you to sometimes you have to take it easy. And I'm going back to Charles, Charles Eze. Charles, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to speak to our brother from Oduduwa. You have seen how things is going. I want you to encourage him before I go back to him, like the things you think he should add to his struggle, the things you think, and also the things you think that is good for him, and how things gonna work, and just speak to him as a brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me rephrase here. When I made my first opening speech, I said there are things we need to exempt from this program, which is the way I had wanted to, approach the matter. It's not to, to belittle anybody or insult anybody. I mean, but I feel that it's not even to alienate our brother here, but even if I'm going to have another schedule with Magnus, I'm still going to speak English. So it's not about the language being used. Okay, but we can be here. For instance, when he said it is his life, his opinion. What he said was his opinion. So he shouldn't, he shouldn't provoke anybody or get anybody angry. You know what I mean? And what if it was that program that I wanted us to hang or anchor together, I would have said, why do you have to sound like that? Because somebody's opinion got you angry, and that's why you left. So you don't expect your own opinion to also anger someone else. You know what I mean? So just to make him see things in different ways and balance it. That is why I said the program that we have here today is not for like to, throw your sin to your face and, and then come to compromise. You understand? What we're here to do is to support our brother from the Oduduwa side. Brother Magnus is a learned man. He understands diverse ways of going about things, all right, or movement like this. He can give his own ideas on how to achieve the whole thing, even while he's standing on the neutral ground. You know what I mean? But to my brother Koiki, I've been watching you and I've contributed so many times in your program. I've called you. You remember Charles Caesar. Each time I call, I see Charles Caesar. Yeah. And I mean, I commend you. You're doing a good job. I know the Oduduwa people are not as difficult as our people. They're more understanding than us. So all I can say to you is to try as much as you can to make sure you keep on or increase the pace you're using in order to sell the awareness across the Biafran land, so that our people will see the need for us to come together and in one unified force, we can sink the bridge. You know what I mean? So this is the area I will advise you to endeavor to focus more. And also on our own side also, we must also endeavor to, make sure we do within our quarter to unite with Oduduwa brothers to, make sure that we put our strength together to achieve this one goal, which is very, very cardinal and important in our life. Like I've said, I've always said this to my brothers. I say, we are the chosen generation to do this. And it is the right time to do it, because we can't allow it to slip off our hands. You know what I mean? Because our kids over here know nothing about Nigeria. They know nothing about Oduduwa. They know little or nothing about Biafra. So we can't allow allow them to go like that. We have to actualize this dream so that they can inhabit a workable society, just like what they found here. It's just, if you ask me to say again, I'm still going to encourage you and also give also a word of encouragement. And whoever feeling that not only my brother Magnus, or every other person who's feeling aggrieved in one way or the other, if you ask me my peaceful self, I would say, let's throw away our, should I say, I have ego, every other person have ego, but let us do away with our egos and, come, understand ourselves and push this thing forward. Because at the end of the day, one person must lead. Okay, and Nigeria is not good for us. Nigeria chased us, I would say, despite the fact that I boarded an airplane to be here. As I feel now in my heart, I feel I'm in exile. Because I don't want to go home, to be honest. And I don't want to go home and prepare myself for private security to be guarding me and, and then start buying generator when I am from oil producing community. You understand? And even if I have to buy it has to be very, very well subsidized. But why should I even buy generator to run my, buy petrol to run generator? Why should I even run generator in the fourth oil producing country in the world? Why should I not have steady electricity? These are the things that when I think about them, I see the need to push further. When I think about them, I see the need to do what I can, even if I'm not going to go dwell there forever. What about the ones I left back home? They are depending solemnly on me. And to be honest, it's breaking my hands. I can't even have savings over here. And there's no way I can neglect them. Okay, because they are part and parcel of me. But so that's why I'm here to do my quarter and also to encourage everybody. Maybe obviously we have some elites down there who are a partaker in our problems. They are the ones who turned us to what we are today. I remember when I was back home, anybody can use this mock me or whatnot. I don't care, but my situation today is not the same. I used to borrow Indomie from a shop. I used to borrow even soap to wash myself. I used to, my landlord became my best friend, not because it was whatever it is, but then it was because I want him to have that understanding that the money is not available. And when I have, I will give. And I end up owing months. Okay, but today here I'm punctual with my bills, and I thank this part of the world. So my brother, please, having seen all of that, at least you are part and parcel of it. You know, we know how it is. Please add more strength and let us do this together. I believe it can work. The only thing that we are afraid of is death. But to be honest, one day we shall all die. And what matters is, what do we leave behind? What's our trademark? What society did we leave for the unborn generations and our kids? What did we leave for them? Obviously, you can see the African society is becoming the solution to even call it climate change and all of that. Because that's where the equator is, and that's where you can find a very suitable environment to live. So based on that, we should endeavor to, expedite and even put our lives on the line, because obviously your life is on the line, mine is on the line, as long as we talk about this liberation quest and all of that. So we're already in it. So why we just have to put ourselves all in it. And whoever is, not seeing it from our own point of view, it is within our duty to make that person try as much as we can to convince the person. Obviously, we Black people were conditioned to be the last people to react over anything. What has happened to that country, Nigeria, I don't think it will ever happen in any part of Western communities that they will take it. But because of the way we are conditioned to reason, that is why we were able to condone it up till this time. But to be honest with you, now is the right time and we must not miss it. I yield back to you.
Thank you so much, my brother Charles. Charles is one of the Charles. You are an old man in this page. So I'm going back to my brother Olayomi. Olayomi, this I think I'm going to spend a lot of time with you before going back to my brother Magnus Oraka. Oraka, I want to ask you a question. In your introduction, you mentioned something. You said you have contacted people like Samuel Epa. I want you to throw more light on this. How many some of the Biafrans or some of the Biafra agitators or some of the leaders in Biafra agitators have you met, and what was your plan, and what are the feedback you are getting from them? Were you encouraged or were you discouraged? Okay, I have to unmute you. Sorry.
That I've spoken to quite a lot of time. I believe, first and foremost, we must understand that regardless of whether we are Igbo or we are Yoruba, and quote and unquote, even if those are Hausas, humanity is the first key. If you can remember that word, and I'm going to use that word all the way throughout the broadcast, so that people understand that I still have feelings for the Hausa people that are still being kept in the IDP camps, just like my brother and myself are in exile. It doesn't make any much difference between the two of us. The only difference that we have now is I can at least say I have something to eat while the person as the IDP does not have. But going back to the real question, my engagement with the with the Biafrans, I engage with them every day. It doesn't literally have to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but do I engage with him? I do. You might want to ask me how. I could tell you that at least I'm aware of his topic. I might not remember it off air, but when I open my Twitter, I'm sure he's one of my favorites every now and then, and I follow him very, very, close on his Twitter handle. That does not mean until I have a roundtable with him. And I remember some few weeks back, after I started my agitation, I visited a place called Dagenham while I was, doing, because I'm a brand ambassador to Olu. It's an African food stop here. And I sometimes go along with their drivers, while they are doing their runs. And I remember getting into the shop. It was definitely, you cannot get into a shop without knowing, who and the kind of, individuals in the shop. They're Igbo. And I knew that at the time I told them that, we don't want one Nigeria. Straight away, they know I'm a Yoruba man from my accent. And right there, you could hear, oh, no, you are not ready. You're not ready. We hear that all the time. But one thing that united us before I left the shop was when I said, it was a Wednesday, I said, I am running back home. Hear this very well, to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Right there, they wanted to get my number. They wanted to engage me. That shows that we have something in common. But because of the divisive around, so many things that he says that maybe individuals do not align with. Not that I do not align with some of what he says, and I disagree with some of what he says, but we must first understand where he is heading to as a person fighting for humanity. That is the first thing. Do I engage with a lot of Igbo people? That is a question that a lot of people might be asking. My cousin, and I'm saying my first cousin, my mom is watching me on this broadcast, is married to an Igbo man with 4 beautiful children, and they're still living together. I have another big auntie that I also know, and I'll engage with her. She will not do anything without checking on me. Is married again to an Igbo man. My mom's tenant, as I speak to you till date, is an Igbo man. We have our differences, but one thing I say is, we are now a new breed of generation. Do I communicate with the Igbo people behind the scene with my broadcast? Yes. I have Iduji that is in US, is a researcher. He communicates with me every now and then. Sometimes it let people know. I have Odili in Canada that sometimes tell people that are joining my broadcast for the first time from the Igbo that say, hey, maybe this one, is it going to last? It tried to, and I say it on my broadcast. I say, this is a Yoruba platform, but I do welcome everybody. Why do I say that? I want them to know that I am communicating in my language to my people so that the message can get in. So when the period of time that, sometimes like I sit down with Simon Ekwe, and I sit down with him for 3-4 hours because we are on a time zone that is different as well. And I believe at some point they speak Igbo. I don't understand, but I get along with it. Do we have issues in the past? Yes, we do. Can we move forward? Yes. From not progressing. They have literally shut us down as a third-class citizen, not even second-class citizen. Can we do everything to make sure that we can come together and align with them and make sure we shut them down before they kill us? And I always use the word, kill Nigeria now before it kills you. Do we have maybe, feuds among the Igbo and the Yoruba? Yes, it is there. But sometimes people bring their personal issues with the Igbo into this movement. Our main core enemy are the Fulani that have been in control for 60 decades. And we are not going, for 6 decades rather. And we are not moving forward. It's like a river that is not moving the water to the front and is not moving it to the back. Like I said, yes, we can work together. I reference all the time to my people. I said, the Igbo people do not need to be told to share the broadcast. I have used reference to Nnamdi Kanu and Donald Trump in terms of the figure of people watching it. I have seen Nnamdi Kanu broadcast being interrupted because they know that the message is hitting hard. Is my message hitting hard as well? It is. But one thing I believe is, let us continue to bring this kind of fora together. I remember I did an interview with I can't remember her name, a very beautiful mother, Biafra, in Canada. A lot of my people, not so many of them, were against some of what she was saying. And I said, just like Margos that was saying there, my brother there, we cannot all be the same, but we can walk this fight to get ourselves out of the mess. If we don't do it now, I am 42 years old. I say it all the time. We haven't got time. I have spent 2 decades as an exile, just like my brother there. I live comfortable, and I'm sure we can do more to let the message and the awareness. But one thing I believe is there's still a lot of work for us to do. We have people that do not believe in Biafra, just like we have so many Yoruba people that will tell you Kusheshi, and what they mean that is it can't work. But I tell them this time around it will work, because what they were using in 1959 when the colonial master rigged that election that we now find out through that 2007 interview with Aaron Smith, may so rest in peace. It was a good thing that he let us know that the reason why that election was rigged is something now that we can discuss. We have a long way to go. We can work together. We can have issues, but I'm sure I can sit down and remember that when I was in secondary school, I loved the Igbo Eba, which is the yellow gari. When I was in secondary school, I will hand over back again to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uzor, the writer of I just forgot, but it's okay. Mr. Uzor, we have to give you little time. I think 2 minutes to introduce yourself. Before I okay, introduce yourself and tell us who you are, and also apologize to the public because many have asked what about Oza. We thought that something that kept the other ones kept you, but unfortunately you are here because somebody asked me what of the other one that was in our program, but I said it was misinformation. He didn't join us, but it's okay. Next time we believe things will go well. Thank you so much. Ozo, over to you.
Sorry, I have to apologize.
Sorry, have to.
I'm like 1 hour 20 minutes late, but actually I informed the anchor of the program that I went to the city. On Saturday we normally have a program in the city as a Jewish, so that's why I was just driving to come and meet you guys. So please forgive me for coming late. It wasn't premeditated. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, Timothy Uzochukwu Israel. My mom is Igbo. My mom is Biafra. So I'm from Tel Aviv. I'm from Israel. So, well, I'm a writer. I'm the world best writer, young writer in 2016, and the world best youth writer in 1996 in America. So I am a lecturer here in Australia, but we live in Philadelphia in the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ozo. I'm going back to my brother Olayomi. I am sorry for the way I'm pronouncing your name, but it's okay. Olayomi, I have to go back to something I want you to get, and that is why we are here. You have been mentioned Igbo, and now I want to ask you a question. When you hear about Biafra, what comes to your mind? What state or what tribes do you think? Because you have spent like I have heard Igbo like from your mouth. Let's say 16 times. Let me just keep it like that. So when you hear about Biafra, what comes to your mind? Because these are the message. When you are passing the message, so I think we are here for an interaction, so that if there is any way we think we are here, we all of us are Biafran except you. You are the only one from Oduduwa. So I think we are here to give you more, just like we are here to tell you we appreciate you and we want you to go more far. So let's hear from you. When you hear about Biafra, what comes to your mind? Which state, which tribe? And so let me hear from you.
When I hear the word Biafra, I automatically, from my own mind, know that it's southeast of Nigeria. Then how do we break down the southeast? I know a lot of people understand that Enugu is part of Southeast, Anambra is part of Southeast, Abia State is part of Southeast, and likewise, the other areas as well. I understand there's a kind of friction when it comes down to Edo coming down to that axis. I've never been to Southeast of the country, and remember I said during this conversation at the beginning that I wanted and I wish, and I'm still going to, when we get the Biafra, we will still have to visit each other. We might have, maybe I might have to come in, apply for visa. We will have to discuss all that when we get the freedom. But I wanted to travel down to all that states, some 3 years ago, but I couldn't make that journey. I've not been that far. I have traveled as far as Abuja by road. But the question you ask is, how do I know or indicate the Biafra? The most important thing is we might understand that there's also, the delta, there's a kind of friction, within certain side of the Biafra as well, because not everybody, and I believe, the Yoruba as well, but I might be wrong, but Southeast, from what I understand, brings that Biafra, but I'm sure that they are still, just like so many people will tell me, should the Yoruba or the Oduduwa get this freedom? I hope 500, 200 years, one person out of them is not going to come out and say, I want to break out as well. But I'm sure the most important thing is let us come out of this contraction that was molded up together. Let us also educate ourselves, allow each other to exchange a kind of platform like this, and I'm sure this kind of engagement has not just taken place by you doing it now. Mayegun is doing it. He's my brother. Mayegun General in Scotland. He has brought a lot of the Biafra, and just like I said, Heritage Television. Justin Noah was having a program there. So I'm sure we need to kind of start filling up the gap. I said it right here before my movement. I still have to, I call them, my own brother. I don't call them volunteers. I called all my staff that I, as a family and in a group that we've set up even before anybody knows me. Two of them is in Enugu. And if I call him now, I hope his data is on. If I've not recharged it, it will definitely pick up the call. That shows that because I wanted to know more, from that area, and I never know any one of them. I picked them at random on Facebook 2 years ago, and they are still family, and we're still very good friends, and we're still moving forward.
I'm going to come back to you on the about the Enugu.
I can't hear you. What happened? can't see anything.
I can't even hear him. I can't see him. It looks like he's got a network problem.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Or he's
I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I'm only seeing like only two guys here. Okay, Oraka is back. What happened?
Okay, I think I'm back. I'm back now. Okay, sorry. My network was so bad. I'm going back to Magnus Oraka. I don't know whether you got my message before the breakup.
No, I didn't.
Okay, my message is this. I want you to help, just like educate my brother Olayomi about like where is Biafra and the ethnicity who is involved in this just and also it's just like when you're educating him, you're also educating the viewers, because some of us when we talk about Biafra it just look like Igbo. I think you are in a better position to tell him more, so that he will take the message to his own people, and whenever he's also broadcasting, so that it will be a clear something to him, so it will not be like something that he's guessing, or something he's like, oh, is it like this or is it like this? So thank you so much.
Okay. So first and foremost, by nature, I am a realist, and I don't like indulging in political correctness. That means when you say something that is not your mind, you say something because that is what everybody wants to hear. I am not in that type of business. You see, maybe now I want to indulge in the other IPOB man who feels that, well, some of this thing will probably discuss it later before we come up here. I told you before that I, Magnus Oraka, I strongly believe that where we call Southeast is a conglomeration of what the Caliphate has divided into South and the modern day Southeast. That is for sure. There is nothing that will take my conviction away from that. I strongly believe that there's no such thing as South. I have done countless videos on that, and I have made some very fantastic illustration to that effect. So, but you see, when it comes to Biafra, now like I said from the beginning, I am not in the business of political correctness. I am not in business of saying things that people want to hear. The Southeast, like my Yoruba brother said, is not limited to Igbo, Anambra, this, that. You get me? Southeast is including the whole of South. But because of the fear, we Southern, if I want to use that word, we Southern we feel safer to describe ourselves as South or Niger Delta. But for me, Magnus Oraka, I believe the place that is called Southeast is the entire South and the Caliphate Southeast put together. Now, on Biafra, I said it a while ago. It's like each time I come here, you get a little bit nervous, you change your seat position and this thing. Now, before now, of course, like the Yoruba man said, we may have some friction for now, maybe some lack of better understanding. Because of recent happenings, recent utterances, whether understood or misunderstood, and because in recent times I've been speaking with a lot of stakeholders in Uroboland. The terminology of Biafra, there is now some sort of rebellion in accepting the term Biafra on certain people, which I can only speak for the Urobo people. I don't know about the Jaws, I don't know about the Edos, but the recent utterances have only heightened the fear and suspicion. Like I said, like the man who said he wants a program with me, I'm very ready. I'm very, very ready. then one can really say everything he wants to say, alter the things he wants to say. But do not get me wrong, and let it not sound as if I'm deviating from your question. Believe me, Nigeria cannot break into three parts. And I say this to my Oduduwa brother. Nigeria can't break into three, can't break into four. The best Nigeria can hope for is two parts. So it is either we start thinking of a way we can, we can be friends with benefits. We are not actually going together, but friends with benefit. We come together to get what we want. When we leave, we decide what we want. The European community cannot break Nigeria into 3 or 4 or 5. The best you can hope for is 2. So if we say it's 2, we have a problem where the Oduduwa and the Biafrans don't want to be together. So asking me the question where should be Biafra, who are in Biafra, I am not the right person to answer that question, because we have a current friction right now where people are coming up rejecting that they don't want Biafra in their place. So until we solve that problem, which I will agree with my IPOB brother, which is an in-house thing, until we solve that problem where the nomenclatures used, which Biafra as a name is included in those nomenclatures.
Okay, sorry.
I cannot begin to say yes, the Robos are part of Biafra or the Jaws are part of Biafra, because recent utterances has made it very, very difficult to begin to imbibe or accept
Magnus
the
Oraka,
nomenclature, the
I'm coming back to you. Magnus Oraka, I'm coming back to you. Thank you so much. I think if you allow me to say something to you, I think we are like holding you, just like we are holding you like this. You want to just come out from something, but we are like holding you, and we are sorry that things is like this, but I understand that you have a lot of things you want to speak, you have a lot of things you want to talk, and that is why we fix a debate. But we are sorry if we are not allowing you to speak or to go deeper, because when I look at you, I'm just seeing someone who have something somebody who have something to say, somebody who, like, I understand. It's just like attaching emotional to this discussion this night. But I'm going back to Uzor. Uzor, I think now the position fell on you to explain more better while Magnus join us back. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. First of all, thank my Oduduwa brother. I love the explanation you've just gave us here. But can I correct one synergy here? There's because I heard you call yourself Yoruba. Do you know the meaning of Yoruba?
My mic. Okay. Yes. I did mention Yoruba, but I'm sure Yoruba is just the main kind of language, but the Oduduwa children, as we are called, is something that I'm sure a lot of us use, to illustrate who we are. The Oduduwa children.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah. But I want to correct that because I want everything I'm doing in life. I just like deep into it, and I'm spiritual too. So I studied. I'm not only talking about education path. I'm talking about spiritual things. I'm talking about divinity. I want Nigeria to break up, and Nigeria is going to break up soon. Nigeria is already broken in the spiritual realm, but you were just waiting for it to manifest. You understand? So the gospel truth is, my brother, my Oduduwa brother, the term Yoruba was given to you by the caliphate. The Yoruba, there's nothing like Yoruba. It was Yeriba. Yeriba, the Fulani people gave you Yeriba and gave the South, the Easterners, all the Easterners, all the South, they gave them Yamiri. Yamiri means in Yemiri, but the South rejected the name and have their own odyssey. But what happened to that Yoruba? The Yoruba, you heard about Bishop Ajayi Crowther.
Yes.
Ajayi Crowther in 14th century DC now had to coin that Yoruba name, because Yoruba means hypocrite. Yoruba means untrustful. Yoruba means don't start with me, I can change anytime. And if you watch it, your name, your answer follows you. That's why you see a lot of my Yoruba people are hard to trust. They are betrayers, because Yoruba means betrayer. Because the name you answer follow you. So my brother, we need to change that narrative. We need to change that Yoruba. There's nothing like that. You guys are Oduduwas. The Oduduwas is the real thing. Then how the Yoruba come into place? Ajayi Crowther in 14th century DC had to change the thing and made it a language. He made it a language. He developed a synergy into the Yoruba and made it Yoruba. Then they start answering Yoruba, but still that Yoruba still means Yoruba, which means someone gave you a name, and the caliphate, your enemy, gave you a name, which means hypocrite. It's just like the way they created Nigeria and gave Nigeria Niger area. That comment, that's what Nigeria means. You will never make it in Nigeria as a people. Nigeria is meant to destroy talent. Nigeria is meant to bring people down. Nigeria is meant only for the Fulanis. So what I'm saying here, I just want everything that will happen to happen really good. Like if you're pulling out to be a successful nation, not like you're pulling out to face another Nigeria in Oduduwa. What I'm saying is, I can see you are highly intelligent. You can go and research about this. Yoruba needs to remove that synergy Yoruba. That name is cursed. It's a cursed name. It's a hypocritical name, and it's affecting the Oduduwa nation. Oduduwa nation are the great people. Oduduwa nation are the talented people. They are so intelligent, and they're super strong. But the word Yoruba makes them hypocrites. That's why you see a lot of tribes are afraid to associate with Yorubas, because they are hypocrites. Why? Because of that name. But the Oduduwa people I know are the strong people of the old. Do you understand my explanation now?
Well, I get your point, and from the I could just quickly go into these treasuries of the Yoruba art tradition and cultural heritage.
Yeah.
I
Let
mean,
me finish. Let me
yeah,
finish so that
okay,
I'm
yeah,
just trying to correct something, because I'm trying to make our nation, because we don't want a situation whereby we're going to break Nigeria up and we're going to face the same thing we face in that evil enclave. You understand? Because the name you answer follow you, whether you like it or not. I presented there's a book I wrote about the public. I presented the book in 2012, and some Americans are telling me that name doesn't matter. Yeah, I asked the guy, can I call you devil? He said, no, why would you call me devil? You see people deceiving themselves. You don't want to answer devil, but you said names doesn't matter. If name doesn't matter, then you answer devil. Nobody want to answer devil. Nobody want to answer Jezebel. Nobody want to answer Akif. Nobody want to answer anything evil. That means there's power in word. And if remember, this word was created by word, and the word control this word. So we need to change that name. I've dealt with that. We need to change that name Yoruba. You guys are Oduduwas, the Oduduwa people. You speak Oduduwa language. Forget Yoruba. Yoruba is given to you by the caliphate. That's one. That's gone. Then we talk about Biafra. Biafra, that's another problem we have in Biafra land. The problem we have in Biafra land is after the war, they divided you guys in pieces. You see, Oraka now getting angry with, he called them Igbo, but they don't know that all of them are Igbo. Igbo is not a tribe. Igbo means the people of the old. All the Biafrans are all Igbos. But now they got that thing, and they tag this as a tribe. The main thing, all the Biafra you see there, they're all Igbos. Then in the Igbos, it's just like the people of my people in the Israeli people. We have 12 tribes: the Reuben, the Simon, the Levi. Like my tribe now is Asher tribe in Tel Aviv. The same thing they've got in Igbo tribe. In Igbo, they got Anioma, Efik, Idoma, Ibibio, Igala, Estian, Igede. The one you call, you can include that. The one you call Igbo, you call Ijo, you call Ika, you call Ikwere, you call Ishekiri, you call Urobo. So many of them, they are all Igbo. They are all the people of the old. If you watch these people, they've got the same culture, the same everything they've got. But you know why? Because of this, these guys know. Because if you want to divide, if you want to bring problem between twins, identical twins, what you're gonna do is simple: give them different names. They start having problems. That is why you see these Fulanis. You guys see them like Abokis. Abokis means friend, but Aboki means in other Nigerians they see Aboki as people that doesn't have something off there. But these guys are so smart. That's why they're busy dealing with you guys. You guys are busy. They are having problem with each other. They keep on taking over your land. Before you know it, they're over there. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna need to discover yourself. Know that you guys are one people. You guys are all evil. Like Oraka now hating the Igbos because of the things they do. Mind you, the IPOB guys you see today, these are the people reincarnation. The Bafran people, they don't die, they reincarnate. These are the people that have been hurt so far, they're all angry. They are so from, like, you know, when you are ravaging with anger, when they've dealt with you that you cannot absorb the pain anymore, you need to explode. Like you feel like you don't know how to exercise your pain. You understand? So what is happening over there? These guys, you see, these are the group of people that have been maimed, they have been killed, they didn't do anything. And you, okay, watch out how they dealt with them. After killing over 5.6 million people, they removed the history in world archives. And they gave them only 20 pounds to go and survive. How can you survive with 20 pounds? Can you imagine? I went to put my book. I wrote the book.
Also, come closer to your speaker. Also, your speaker.
Refused. They said, no, I'm not going to put this book. I asked them why. They said, I want to, like, I'm trying to bring out the old pen. I'm trying to bring out what is past already. I asked them, but all the wars in this world is here. Even the least war, the war in Laos,
also 1 second. Also one.
Is there. Why are you denying these people their
Also, your speaker.
Okay.
Speaker.
Okay. Is that all right now?
Continue.
Is that all right now? Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying in essence that we need to discover ourselves. The most time we take in fighting ourselves.
No, you are having your speaker.
What's wrong?
Now it's okay. Uzo, you have to pause for some seconds. Olayomi, you wanted to say something. Please say something so that Uzo will come back to you. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to sit down with learned people, and that is the only way we can move forward. I can understand that sometimes people might listen to how Uzor might be speaking, and they might not literally like it. But as people that wants to move things forward, we must be able to listen carefully. We might not agree, like I always say, to everything. But I can say that he is a very learned person. I'm seeing him for the first time, and I'm sure I will go back after this broadcast and engage more to know, from what angle and some of what he's saying. But, I'm just going to touch quickly on the arrival of the Oduduwa that he's been mentioning, that I'm sure, a lot of my, my own, people from, as you can see from the background, the Oduduwa is one area. And if you can see, my t-shirt says Oduduwa Republic. We are not calling it the Yoruba nation. but we are calling it the Oduduwa Republic as well.
Okay,
But
okay,
one of the,
one second. Before you continue, I have to play a song from Oduduwa while Uzor reconnect. Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Ibi pẹlẹbẹ náà ni ó máa fi lélẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ní ká má sọ̀rọ̀. Ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ló yé onílé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló yé àlejò. Ìlú Nàìjíríà lónìyàn ti ń gradúrètì tó ti ń fi parí NYSC ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀kadà. Ìlú Nàìjíríà tá a ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí erin tá à ń dìjẹ́ ìrírí. Ìlú Nàìjíríà táwọn olórí wa ti gbàgbọ́ wípé àwọn nìkan ṣoṣo ló yẹ káwọn máa jẹ̀gbádùn ìjọba àwa ara wa. Ìlú Nàìjíríà tó ṣe wípé parasitamọ́ọ̀ ló kéré jù kò sí nílé ìwòsàn wa. Ìlú Nàìjíríà tó ṣe wípé báwo bá ṣàpẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kò sóhun tá a lè rí mú kò sóhun tá a lè rí gbà kò sóhun tó máa jẹ́ tiwa. Ṣé ìlú rèé ìlú Nàìjíríà tó ṣe wípé bó bá mọ̀ èèyàn wọn ò lè gbà ẹ́ síṣẹ́ tó bá wá jẹ́ olóbìnrin ni tó jẹ́ ọlọ́mọge àfi kí wọ́n bá a sòkò tó di wípé wọ́n gbà á síṣẹ́ nílùú Nàìjíríà o. Tó bá wá jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin ń kọ́ padà wá lónìí padà wá lọ́la ni wọ́n máa fọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ṣe. Wọn á ní bó bá súnra marin adókòó sílé rẹ̀. Ìlú Nàìjíríà ní mo tóbi tí wọ́n ti ń fi ìjọba ṣe family rotation. Bí bàbá bá darí tán àtúpè fún ọmọ ọmọ adarí tán àtúpè fọ́mọ ọmọ. Èyí ni gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà rò papọ̀ tí wọ́n fi wò wípé ilé ti tó lọ. A nílò láti pòmìnira. Ẹ tú wa sílẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọ. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o.
Okay, we are proceeding. We will finish the song, and we will also allow the Yoruba guy to. We also allow Olayomi to tell us more about to explain this song for you. And but first of all, Uzor is back, so that Uzor will be getting your message. That is why we waited for Uzor to come back. Olayomi, over to you.
It's all about is to you please make sure you divide us because that is the only way out. It was also explaining that with your certificate you'll be using that to ride a motorcycle. There is not opportunity for you. If you're a female, you are literally going to be sleeping with somebody before you get a job, and if you're a man, you might just be told to come back without getting any kind of opportunity. So that is what the song it's all about. And so many of those kind of songs that we produce in different tone to deliver the message and the awareness, because what I think a lot of people need to first understand is, I said it at the beginning, we must first bring the awareness of those at home that have been put into the abject poverty, extreme abject poverty. There's about 90 million Nigerians. I can't know the total figure of how many people from the southwest that are in that bracket. So to explain to them that we want to come out of this contraction. Majority of people do not know how this whole system was molded up by the colonial master as far back as 1914, the amalgamation. But if we can able to break it down, then with a kind of sit conversation like this, it is a big task, but it can be done, because since people have been in that system and they believe that you are bringing in something different, but what they do not understand is these are people that have been around for more than 13, 14 years. But because the system that we were operating, the colonial master that came through, destroyed the whole system, and the rest is history, and we are now trying to rewrite the history. And I quite agree with some of what Uzor is saying, that we got to be very careful as we are moving out of this contraction. We also have to make sure that we study, we understand, so that a lot of people do not still understand that we have a tradition. Before the Christianity and the Islam came through, we had what we call the Ifa, the oracle, that we use to consult, and make a kind of understanding. But because the Christianity that came through, a lot of people have literally neglect that. And on my broadcast, I will say, I think I'm on part 87, and the topic we are treating as at now is about 4 or 5 different topics. I'm going to talk on that quickly, and then we can continue with the conversation. The topic is, give us reason, why we must leave Nigeria. Oduduwa Republic, and again, I'm sure, it's not just talking about the Yoruba here. We're talking about the Oduduwa Republic. It's not just about one religion. We must respect, all our religion. Be it the Christianity, the Muslim, and the tradition as well. What has happened in the last 60 years is, they've suppressed the tradition, and then they've promoted a kind of giving us the, just the Christianity and the Islam. And then the conscious mind now is, somebody like me came out, started talking. We have a lot of my, my family, my friends, that are from the Muslim background are thinking, I hope something is not wrong with him. But by the time they realize that, it's not just about the Muslim, the Christian we are discussing here. We don't have any hatred for any one of them, but we must also understand that we had something that we were using before this came through. The other 3 questions I put out again is, tell us why we must leave Nigeria into a new nation. And if we're going into a new nation, we don't want to take, the baggages, that we are living out of the old contraction. And every day I get different calls from different, people from around the world. I'll just tell you one out of, those so many calls. One of our, sister from US spoke to me yesterday, and she said, we can start all over from the scratch. She's a physician in America. So these are what Uzor is trying to say, that, these are people that have, the energy in them, just like I have. But because humanity has been suppressed, people cannot gain, their understanding of who really they are. I'm not saying, I can't sit here and condemn the Christian and the Muslim, but it has also been used as a kind of tools, where they should be the one talking about the problem, but majority of the, the imam and the pastor have literally kept mute. And what we are doing as well at this part of, movement is to tell them, to explain to the people that, yes, you are still part of us, but you must tell the truth of the reality that we are facing. If not, we are not moving anywhere. So there is a lot of conversation. There's a lot of discussion, that needs to be put on the table. My broadcast this morning at about 8 o'clock that we do over the weekend, I do Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. for 2 hours. I focus on farming. Why are we hungry when Oyo State is 5 times bigger than, 5 state, Southeast state? We must understand that the reason why they've kept people in abject poverty is they will not allow their conscious mind to reason properly. And before I hand over to you, one of my friend and artist spoke to us yesterday. He literally failed almost everything while he was, up to Polytechnic in Nigeria, before he traveled to UK. He came out on a first class. He's still an artist. At the moment, he's also doing his master. The question is, can someone of the same go to university without being given the opportunity to be suppressed and come out in the flying color? We have a lot of work to do to educate, engage, and try to understand. Again, that is part of what we have to do to get this message across to the global community.
Thank you so much. Uzor, over to you. Over to you. Continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I love my guy, the Oduduwa guy. I'm so happy that I mean such a great guy with such an exposure and experience. I want to tell you, like, the way all the things started with Oduduwa. The man called the great Okambi. The great Okambi that Yeah, he got the wife is Oramiyan.
Oromia,
You
yeah.
know the wife? Yeah, Oramiyan.
I have the book in front of me here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they got 8 children,
Yes.
and later he got the slave wife, the Oni,
Yeah.
is it Obani Regun, or is it
Yeah.
Obani Regun, who is the Oduduwa?
Yeah.
You're right, because
He has 7 children.
he got, yeah, plus he later married the
Mm.
Orunto, yeah. I wrote the history, and the novelette gave me an award. That was in Nightingale, the Shoyinka. What is Shoyinka?
Wole Soyinka, yeah.
So yeah, so why I'm telling you this, I want Oduduwa to be a perfect nation. Please, my brother, let us not neglect the spirituality, the words. Like, you can't just be answering the name given to you by the caliphate. It's just like coming out of Nigeria to establish another Nigeria. The word Yoruba needs to, you guys need to work on that. Later, you're gonna just check about this. I'm telling you, you guys need to remove that. You are Oduduwa. There's nothing like Yoruba. Yoruba is given to you by the caliphate, by the Fulanis. All right. So we need a nation called the Oduduwa, and the Oduduwa are the people, and they speak Oduduwa language. The Yoruba is just answering a betrayal. It's an insult to the Oduduwa nation. So there's nothing like Yoruba. Let's deal with that first. Then we get our nation, the Great Oduduwa Republic. All right. So then let's come to our own Biafra. The Biafran people, they are different kind of people. People that think they know everything. People that believe in working with their individualism. People that is hard to come together. But one thing about these people called the Biafran people, mind you, as I said before, there's nothing like Igbo as a tribe. The Igbo are the olden people. These are the group of people that make up Biafra. All the Biafran people are all Igbos. They are all the Igbo. It's just like call it like if we come to Israel, you call us the Jews. We are the Jews. Then we have a lot of the 12 tribes in the Jews there. We have the Levi, Reuben, Dan, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Joseph, Benjamin, Zebulun, just like that. Levi and Judah, that's just the thing, just similar thing to Biafra tribes. They got like Anioma Efik, the one I mentioned, Efik, Idoma, Ibibi, Gala, Esha, Nigede, even the Igbo, the ones that now call themselves Igbo, Ijo, Ika, Ikwere, Ishekiri, Urobo, all of them. So they're all divided, but they are just one people. All of them are Igbo. They are Igbo, they got different languages. Okay, you see the synergy this caliphate use. There's a tribe called Ikwere. They were found in River State. These are the people, these ones are the pure Igbos. You know what the caliphate did? Before, they have they have the Rumora is a Omola. That's a pure Igbo name. They have Omora, they have Umokute, they have Omosirike, they have all these things are Igbo names. Then the caliphate introduced R, like arrow, R, and put in front of the name to make it meaningless, so that they will separate them from these people called the Igbo. Now they introduce hatred within themselves. For you guys to keep fighting each other, then you see the Rumora, Umora then changed to Rumora, which there's no meaning. Umokute then changed to Rumokute. Umuike then changed to Rumuike. Rumobakanya. Rumo. What's the meaning? No meaning. It doesn't make sense. And you see someone answering, my name is Ikechukwu Ikenna. I'm not Igbo. I'm from Niger Delta. I'm not Igbo. I'm from Niger Delta. Why you speak Igbo? These are the synergy they bring to decimate you guys. You keep fighting yourself. Before you get yourself, these guys have already criminalized you guys the second time. Watch it now. They are everywhere now. What you guys are busy doing, oh, you're making a profile, platform to insult each other. Before I come to this program, a lot of people told me not to appear. I told them why. They are giving me like instances. Oh, this fight, this. Mayor is this. The other Ikenga is this. This are what the Fulani people want. When you keep on fighting yourself, these guys keep on getting ground. They keep on penetrating you, and you will never see these Fulani guys come on air to insult themselves. All of them are aware that Buhari is dead, but they're keeping it. You see how they work together. You can imagine Atiku. You see what they did to Atiku. Atiku never opened his mouth to castigate the guy wearing masks over there. But if it's one of you guys, if it's Oduduwa people or Bafra, you see it's just going to expose the whole thing. And you guys think these guys they don't have sense. These guys are the sharpest sharpest tribe you guys got in there in Nigeria. So what you guys need to do is you guys to support each other, you guys to come back to each other, close down all this platform that is talking rubbish. Even those guys are castigating the great guy called Nabikanu. All those people that are busy causing problems, talking rubbish, desert from this guy's platform. Let the platform just die a natural death. Because you know what we do with these people in my country? We don't give you relevance. If you keep castigating our own, what should we go? You heard about Mossad. You know what you're going to do to you? We dedicate people, we silence you. We don't keep on like making adverts and keeping promoting you. We kill you. Because a lot of people have died in the struggle. Any saboteur that comes on, we kill you, we eliminate you. Straight up. We don't joke. Life is so delicate that people are dying and you're busy there making videos castigating people that are trying to save you. Do you understand? So this is a serious thing. This is not a joke. I put my life online. I told Elohim, if it means for me to die, for these guys to have Biafra, take me. Because this is the people that's going to salvage the black race in this whole world. Black people are dying because of you guys. You guys are busy there discussing, hating each other instead of working together to help humanity, to help the black people around this world. A lot of black people are so confused because they don't even know where to go. You come to America, all of them are from Biafra. You remember those ones that hung themselves? They got the Igbo, the community there. All of them are Igbo, and you see them, they're hating Africans. And you see them carrying, I told them, they call the flackers, Black Lives Matter. That's nonsense. Black Lives Matter, why you don't even matter to yourself. You hate Africans. You hate yourself. And you call yourself Black America. You don't believe that you're Africa. And you're telling me which Black Lives Matter? Which Black Lives Matter? And that's synergy, black, white. Nobody's white. Have you ever seen someone with this color? Nobody's white. This is just a synergy to make you people feel inferior. Elohim created one thing. He created us, but one race, human race. I wrote a book now, but I'm yet to publish it. It's called Everybody is Somebody. It's called, I'm just trying to, because there's an interview, they invited me for an interview. I said it and they pinned the interview down. They don't want the world to see it because I exposed them. There's nothing like white. It's just a deceit. Because if you call people black means something that prevents light. So if you believe you're black, you must remain out there as black. You can imagine them. Everything happened in my country. Yeshua, Jesus, the one you guys call Jesus, he happened in my country. Everything, Jesus is white. Everything is white. Suddenly, devil turns to black from Africa. And they introduce that to you. What you guys do, because black people don't reason properly, in your church, you mold Jesus as white, then you put yourself black as devil, matching on top of yourself, making yourself more inferior than the fables. How do you expect people to value you when you don't value yourself? You see that? So the first thing you guys to do, you need to remove that thing from your dark mentality. Believe that you are human. You are not black. You are nothing. We are nothing but human race. We are just operating with this skin, this body that meant nothing. What makes you human being is not the roots. It's not everything you see here. What makes you human being is your heart, your interaction, the way you behave, the way you deal with your fellow human being. That's what makes you who you are. So what I'm trying to say is that this book is going to hit the world soon. It's going to hit the world soon, and they're not going to stop it. They're not going to stop it. They're not going to stop it. They call my people black and make them feel inferior because the name you bear keeps you down. Okay, see the name they gave to Nigeria, Dakiges. Watch out. What, you know the meaning of England? The land of angels. Look at the names in Europe. People's God. The one called the light of the world. Look at the names they give to Africa. This one they gave that is something coastal of. The one they give the black leaf, the dark ages of the earth, and the dark omen. The whole names they give to Africa, so down, like it's something that you have to strive to even remove the tag on your neck before you make it. And you believe that this name doesn't matter, but why did they give the name nice names in Europe? Look at the United States of America. In God we trust. And they gave you Nigeria, nigger area. If you come to America, call someone a nigger, the person is going to shoot you. And they call you Nigeria. You're so stupid that you're telling me I'm proudly Nigeria, you're proudly nigger. Are you kidding me? And you tell me that this Nigerian reason at all? And somebody's even standing up to, I'm telling you, anybody fighting in Nnamdi Kanu is not worthy of existing. The person needs to be stoned to death. Anybody fighting the struggle, anybody fighting Oduduwa nation needs to die. You need to pull us from that country. That country is destroying souls.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Uzor, I have a question for you. Sorry, so that you will journey together while I move to my brother Olayomi. Uzor, do you believe in, because this thing have been a question, like I see many people said, oh, mayor this, mayor that, but I want to ask a question. Do you believe 100 over 100 what Nnamdi Kanu teach, for example?
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu is a human being.
Thank you.
And mind you,
it's okay.
No. I need to answer your question.
Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu, he is fighting. Mind you, if you are fighting this struggle, sometimes anger is going to step in. Because the way you guys behave, you guys don't behave like human beings. You see that killing your people, instead of you to come to talk about the killings, you're busy talking about respect. I watch you guys, somebody say, oh, you don't respect your elders. Why your elders are the ones selling you out? It's the youth that are fighting for the freedom, which is not supposed to be. It's the elders that are supposed to come out there to fight for the children. Now the children are fighting for the elders, and the elders are busy coming out to talk rubbish. They don't respect you. Let them go to hell and burn to blazes. We don't care about them because they are watching us being killed. They're watching us being maimed. Even the elders are busy sleeping with the young girls. What are you telling me? They don't have any elders there. They don't have anything. They only have red cap sheep who are there to get in from the government to enslave our people.
So, another question for you, because when you talk about all this insult, I want to tell you something. Majority of the people who broadcast or who are presenters, one of the things they suffer is some of them listening to commenters. And that is why sometimes some of them don't have the ability to ignore the people who comment, because some of them, when you look at the comment section, some will you say you are a foolish person, you are a foolish this, you are a foolish that, and some of these people hardly control themselves when they see people insulting them, and that is number one. Then number two, when I built this platform, many people called me, Mayor, you are not discussing about Biafra, you are not doing this, you are not doing that. Then I said, okay, I will be doing that once, maybe 2 times in a month. Then I discovered that when I started preaching this Biafra, I see some of these people start saying, oh, Mayor is a saboteur. And sometimes I sleep in my room, I said, how did I become this saboteur? Then until I relaxed my mind, I said, how did Mayor become a saboteur to this struggle? Then I discovered that what is my offense is that when Nnamdi Kanu said Christianity, everybody, I don't know what comment is that. Just like they want me to believe, to accept everything Nnamdi Kanu said. Then I said no. I love Nnamdi Kanu. He's doing a great job, but I owe a platform. If Nnamdi Kanu preached something that I think that needed to discuss, I will bring out the topic to discuss it, and that makes me as part of people who is control. But if for example you are using this to tag me as a saboteur, that means tomorrow you will not see me discussing anything. Okay, also you called me and said start posting Biafra something. Do you remember what I told you? If I post anything on Nnamdi Kanu in this page, this group of people will still tell you, oh, you're using Nnamdi Kanu to build this page. Now, the question is this: how can you please the world?
Okay. My brother, I need to correct this because my mama people, they always make mistake.
Olayomi, sorry, we have to use 1 minute to correct some certain stuff. Thank you so much.
Black people don't live their life. They live life for others. What people will say. No, listen, you know where you're going. Remember when I started this, everybody was sleeping. Even this Nnamdi Kanu you're seeing today, you can ask Aliyu, the people ruling you guys in Nigeria. I was telling people, because I see things before it happened. I was telling them in class there in Europe that this guy called Nnamdi is the one that is going to take these people out. Where this Ojuku stopped, this guy is going to come. Then Nnamdi was in Abga. From Abga, he joined myself. I was telling them in class then, why is this guy jumping from one place to the other? Let this guy obey the word of Elohim. Then Elohim use him to salvage these guys. Listen, Nnamdi Kanu is just a person. Sometimes he speaks with passion. Sometimes he speaks with energy. Remember, I made a video. I was so angry with Nnamdi last year. I think by December, Nnamdi said that he pity Osibanjo, that Osibanjo is finding it difficult. That if anybody is in Osibanjo's shoe, most probably not going to do anything. I was so angry with Nnamdi. I said, Nnamdi, you don't need to allow your emotions to come in. That Osibanjo will die. I said it. How can you call yourself a pastor and they're killing your people? You never do anything. And you're there protecting them. You're there covering everything up. Immediately I made that broadcast, Osibanjo disappeared. Osibanjo only talked in the pages of newspaper. You guys, nobody want to ask for Osibanjo. Osibanjo is dead, but nobody want to know. Where is he? If he's here, come out. Because these people are there killing his blood. People, you understand what it means by to lose one soul. You guys don't see anything. You guys don't take death as anything. They're killing people in thousands, in millions. Nobody want to care anything. Okay, can you imagine? Just they came here in New Zealand the other time. The Muslims, they kill like I think 5 or 6 Muslims, and the Pope all the way from Rome came here to wash their feet. Why they killing the Reverend Fathers over there in Africa? They don't want to say anything. So you're telling me our people are not human beings or what? Everybody here is going about their business. Even my Israeli people, sorry, my Israeli people, I have to tell you this to your face. They are now so angry every time this guy is talking about Biafra, you don't want to talk about them. How am I going to talk about Israel? Israel, they are so sophisticated. You guys are so civilized. We need help. Biafra need help.
Okay, also, well, we have to calm you down because we are getting some notification from Charles. We have to go back to Charles. But going back to Charles will bring us somewhere. Charles, please give me some minutes to reconnect to the normal program. Also, I want you to give my brother Olayomi some click and some advice and the way forward and what as a writer and as a learned person. So the way you think he will go more far in this struggle, to also let him know that we are with him. And so before I move to Charles, because this is the only way I can reconnect back because we lost it. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. My brother, my Oduduwa brother, the first thing you got to do, you need to preach love. You see these Igbo people, you see, these guys started introduce democracy in this whole world. We need each other. We need the Oduduwa. The Oduduwa need the Biafra. What you're going to do, you have to say no, capital no is no. You have to stick now to it. First, make sure you change that name. There's nothing like Yoruba. You guys are Oduduwa, the Oduduwa people, the Oduduwa Republic, the Oduduwa language. You have to tame down that name down, because you can't just pull out from Nigeria and you are still answering the name given to you by Nigerian. So that's the first thing you do. Change that name. Make sure you stick to that Oduduwa people and the people of Oduduwa. Everything about it is to do. If you want to answer Oregon, if you want to answer the other the children's name, yeah. If you want to answer the what's it called, the bushes and all those you know, the children of Oduduwa, fine, but not Yoruba, not the name given to you by Caliphate. No, it doesn't work like that. It's just like Igbo people trying to adapt Nyamiri Kango. No, it doesn't work like that. So that's what you're going to do. We have to love each other. Then the Biafra need to shut down all these people that is talking about insult. You can imagine someone insulting the dead. Otto Baba, Mama, Papa, Nandi Kanu. And you are saying it. Oh, Lama Kubosh. You guys are lucky that the land of Biafra is not working anymore. But believe you me, when Biafra is restored, if you open mouth and do rubbish, the land will kill you dead. You open mouth and you insult the dead. If you have problem with someone, you insult the person. You deal direct with the person, not the dead, my brother. And I'm surprised, even the Magnus Oraka here was in the program, someone insulted, and you called himself an elder. And whereas me, I basically came to this program to talk to Oraka. That is the elder. How can I respect Oraka when Oraka will be there sitting and someone will be insulting the dead and he's there? And I need to slap Oraka. Oraka is a disgrace to elders. I'll tell you, I don't lie.
Uzor.
It's a big disgrace that the elder will be there and they will be insulting you. You don't correct the youth. None of the youth they be correcting the elder. It's a disgrace to elder.
Bring it down.
Yeah, I have to, because listen.
Bring it down.
Let me put one thing.
Uzor, do you have water beside you?
How many years do we have to live in this world?
I don't really know. I think you really need some water. You really need some water. Just take some water.
I have to take some water.
Okay.
I'm always emotional when you talk about the issue of death.
Over to you, Charles. Charles, you have to unmute yourself. Okay. Charles, this is your fourth time. And, before I go back to my brother Olayomi, I believe why you always join, because I think you appreciate this page and you want this page to go far. I want you to speak. What do you think about this page, and why, and what again do you think that can improve this page while also take some water?
Really? It's just only the page I have to talk about.
Anyway. Yeah, because I see many people saying, Mayor is a sabo. I just want to, you are a member, this is your fourth time here. I want to hear from you because you are not an outsider, you are an insider here. So, unfortunately, I'm using English. If you are just joining, my English is always my English is not that good, but it's okay. I'm trying my best to speak, but English is not my language. Thank you so much. So I want to see, where do you think, Mayor? Do you just an advice while Uzor is already getting better? Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I've always said this. Anytime I go into someone's platform to have a discussion like this, I always want to know Where does the moderator stand? You know, you understand? And I know, Mayor, the way you started, I know I've asked you that question before, but earlier on, to be honest, I was not in line with you because I didn't like how you started. Okay, but today I can assure you that for the fact that I've seen these faces that I've seen here today, I'm sure these faces here will bring a lot more faces, a lot more positive-minded people to your page. And if you, to be honest, if you
Yeah,
told
but
this,
excuse me, Uzor is not. Uzor is an old member here. It's only this is the first time Alayomi is joining us. And no other person is new here.
and this is the first time I'm hearing Ozo, to be honest. I think the first time I heard him was not here. It was when he got angry. I think he got angry. He said he expressed his support for us, but we said our elders back home are being, you know, were being sheepish or something, you know. So he got angry on that day. That was my first day of hearing him. But fortunately, to be honest, me and him were like people of like minds, because it looks like if he talks like me. I see him as a person who do not perform, who do not live a life of hypocrites, and that's what I am too. Okay, so I think enough of praises to you. I just have to deal with a few 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 extracts that I have here. Uzo, I really appreciate, you know, me being in the same platform with you. You've actually spoken very, very well. I mean, you were speaking like me. And we must endeavor to learn new things. And should I say, yeah, unfortunately, our elders think they know everything. But here with my brother Uzo have proven to us, and also my brother Koike, have proven to us that not all elders knows everything. We, the upcoming ones, upcoming elders, we also know something. And that's what Uzo has proven here today. Okay, so we've been so divided within tiny, tiny regional lines. And this has been the major instrument they've used to separate brothers. For instance, you know, in Nigeria, we don't have history. Why did they take the history away from us? Because they don't want us to know some of these things that Uzo is pointing out today. And some of other things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have revealed that we don't know. So we must appreciate every time somebody tells us something that we've never heard before. Then it's boiled down to us now to go and make our researches and ask other questions. Because to be honest, the custodians of the first histories, there are no more. And at the point where the history was extinguished from us, that point, a lot of us were lost, including me. Okay, so how you know a nation, there is no doubt. Unfortunately, what is it called? Oraka, Magnus Oraka is gone. I don't know where he's gone, but he went. But I was even going to tell him that he shied away from the question you asked him. But I've heard from him mentioning the boundaries, the ethnic minorities that made up Biafra. I've heard him talk about how to unveil this south, south, southeast, south, 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 this thing that, and I've had him analyzed how they use that to divide us for the oil sake. But unfortunately, here today, he's saying our elders were felt insulted and all of that. And here he is, featuring in a platform made up of youth, or the people he call youth, and they are here now. At least Uzor knows even more of our history, more than us. He is our brother, yes, but he's said a lot. And I'm glad my brother Koiki, you had him. I know you make a research. I know you get to meet up with him somewhere, maybe via whatever conversation medium you will use to want to know more. We must endeavor to accept changes. Changes is inevitable. And when it occurs, we must embrace it and migrate and come on board on it. And that's how we can make things. Listen, a lot was hidden from us. Histories were taken away from us. How do we get it back? The other day, I was listening to Mazin Namdekana, and I started realizing the resemblance that we have between us and the other riverine areas making up Biafra. These were new stories to me, and I have every belief that this is true, and we have to work towards those lines. If you look, for instance, there are something that must connect a nation. If you look, for instance, here in UK, there is this cultural heritage which is called the Nottingham Carnival. Nottingham Carnival is celebrated within all United Nations. You understand? United Kingdom, rather. Everybody comes in to celebrate the Nottingham Carnival. This is one resemblance. This is one festival this is one cultural resemblance that you can point at. If you go to Brazil, for instance, I'm telling you how to identify a nation. If you go to Brazil, for instance, there's Brazilian Carnival, and all Brazilians do. I stand to be corrected. But if you come to Nigeria, do we have any cultural celebration that we can say all of us celebrate together to make us a nation? We don't. But we should have within us and Oduduwa. But because history was taken away from us and divided us, this is why these things were not, we could not able to have anything to say this is what connected us before now. So the fact that the elders that we have become so self-centered and they look down on us so much, feeling that they have the monopoly of knowledge because they used to conquer us in our heads. The thing that we will stand low forever and ever, we will not. We care for our generations unborn. We care for the people coming after us. We must give them a hope. We must return something to. Imagine, I don't know, Magnus Oraka, he's gone. All he wants to do now is to be watching from a corner and then go back to a place where he go and castigate this gathering today. But my brother, please, I would like you to calm down. Okay, calm down with the way. I know the area you're going to. The truth must be told. I've analyzed. I didn't even know that you have the idea of. Do you want to trip in something? I didn't know you have the. You want to do it now or when I round up?
Yeah, just can I say something before? Because my cousin is waiting for me outside.
All right, go
ahead. Okay. Please, I want us to change that. This thing we normally say elders. Mind you, in life we have fools, we have normal people, we have insane people, and as age and years goes by, all of us get old. The wise get old, the foolish ones get old. So if you see old foolish man, you don't need to respect him because of old age. Old age is just because of as distance, the distance in time. It doesn't matter. What matters, what you respect these days is this: wisdom. Wisdom, we search for wisdom. You need to search for wisdom. You need to search for knowledge. You don't need to stay there. You're thinking about the old people. There's nothing like that. The old people. The old people send their children to go and rob and steal something. You don't need to respect them. sorry, I'm not trying to castigate Oraka, but Oraka's castigated himself. I watch his video. Oraka opened his mouth and said he's tired of pretending that he want to say the truth. Oh my goodness. And that's an elder. If you, Oraka, is my father, I will disown him. How can you open your mouth and say you've been pretending these things and you're tired of pretending?
Aguza, wait. We cannot be going to Oraka because we have already given him a date between.
Yeah. I have to say that. I have to say that.
So we cannot.
No. Listen.
Our time is running. We cannot go.
You don't need to shut me down.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring out something that will help this generation. Listen, Markodash, Hopodarash. If I do something, come and tell me in front. I came to program to meet him. He ran away. Listen, I have to tell you guys to stand on the truth and nothing but the truth. And another thing I have to tell my Oduduwa people, like their friends are known by drugs. They do drugs and cocaine. Listen, they need to stop that. Like my Oduduwa people are known by fraud, internet fraudster, hacking system. We need to stop that. This is a nation. We need to build a nation, a divine nation. We need to change the narrative. We need to tell the world that we have arrived. We need to tell them that here is us. Here is the people. Here is the black people who think we're not going to make it. Here is the new generation of black people. We are the world. We are the chosen generation. This world is turning back to Africa. Africa is the real thing. Africa, we are the thing. I tell you, if you know what you've got in there, believe you me, you have to be proud of your skin. Look at the skin, the lovely black skin. I love to be darker. I love the skin I bear. Look at the white people. Look at the skin. It got impaled. Any slight thing, it changes color. If situation changes, the skin changes. Listen, we need to come together and blossom this world. Shalom.
I'm going back to Alayomi. I'm sorry.
I have to leave you. I have to leave you guys now.
Yeah, I'm going back to Alayomi. Alayomi, it's your time. You are going to talk. You are going
I have to go. I have to go.
Okay, Uzor. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
You are welcome. Alayomi, at this point, we are also going to allow other people who want to contribute to join.
Can I round up, Mayor? He took my time.
I want to, because we haven't given Olayomi time to explode. We want to give him up to 15 minutes to explode, to talk, to also have some advice to us, because somehow, I believe you see what really somehow we are trying to curtail it. We are trying to pretend. We are trying to.
Yeah, but I need to.
Okay, go on. Just
yes,
go on.
please. Listen, I feel that by far the white people. I'm just trying to correct a little bit of the narrative that Uzor dropped before he left. Whatever happened that got us scattered, where our forefathers they are involved in it. They are culprits in it. So I feel that the white people or the Western people, they've been accommodative enough for us. So I'm not gonna say or call them names or rant. After all, I found myself as I'm in refuge here. Okay, so but we must dwell within ourselves and realize that we have to bring ourselves together so that we can even decongest this part of the world. Okay, so yeah, but let me round up with this. Yeah, Uzor is very should I say he's learned, and most of the things he spoke they are truth, and I commend his knowledge. So our elders, they've done us more harm than good. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna repeat it. The aboki you have as your gate man, you look at him as if he's filthy in your sight. You use him as you want. But he's wiser than all the people who call them elders in our communities. The reason be the small tiny radio that an Aboki uses to stay as a megad for you. Have you heard him loud the radio? They don't loud the radio. They put it in their ears because they want to hear, because they don't know if you understand the house or not. So they don't even care if you understand. All they want to know is like a whisper. When their emir or whoever is their large directing them talks, only them hears. And their elders also make mistakes. They're not perfect people. But you cannot see any Aboki man come out and say, oh, begin to insult or say the elder is this. Means that they are well coordinated. They take authorities. One person leads them. So they are governable, but I see our people are not governable. They tend to be wiser than themselves. And in the end, they become fools. So this generation that's come on board is a generation that will take the mantle. I expect them to say, okay, my children, I think we've done the best we can, but it looks like these things are not working. Okay, we hand over to you guys. We will support you guys. And not to come out and openly castigate us and run us down and say we are bloody fools. Okay, are they going to beat us and also kill us? They say when you beat a child from this hand, you use the other hand. And they speak too much English. Now I've seen, look at you, we have all professors and whatnot in the same Nigeria, and this is how they are toiling them. This is what Shino, Obafemi Shino, what do you call him? You see what he's using to Adeshina or something. Look at the way he's the adjective he's using to qualify all of them there, and you have professors listening to him. So it means their education has even done us more harm than good. So we're not gonna let it carry on like that. If they want to kill, let them come kill everybody. But one thing is achievable: total emancipation of.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going back to my brother. My brother, you have 13 minutes to tell us your plans, what you think, and your advice to Igbos, and also some of your Oduduwa people who is watching, and what you are up to. Explain more, talk to us more in 13 minutes while we'll round up by 12 o'clock Germany time. I don't know your time there. So over to you, brother.
Just before I go into it, I would like to first appreciate you for making that contact. You could have literally been watching from far away and deciding whether to make the move. And I'm sure when you did approach, I quickly also put my hands to you that yes, I will make myself available, because that is the only way we can move forward. First and foremost, I'd like to appreciate all your viewers and also my Oduduwa that are watching on my start watch. And like I said, my mom is also, I've been following on my start watch, and she's also been putting comment, and likewise all my other fellow friends and family from the Oduduwa side, and also from the Biafra. We have to remember there's only one thing that I believe we're all doing that is changing the narratives that people believe will never happen, whether they like it or not. I'm looking at the platform on other side. Mayegun is live, and I'm sure with about 1.1k view, half of that are from the Biafra. Maybe others are also another half from the Oduduwa, so that we can split it half and half. I can also tell you that Frank Bello, another Oduduwa man, is live as well. We are the new MSN media. We are the mainstream media. No one will at some point be even remember any other media that are not saying the truth. The truth will liberate us. It might be different techniques, it might be different approach, but one thing I always say is, I remember traveling to Dublin for the first time in 2017. I went with the Scientology, and I came back. I realized a lot of people were running away from me because they thought, why do you want to engage with the word Scientology? What does it mean? And if I go back on my own personal page, from 2017 that I came back from Dublin, I changed one of my my Facebook narrative, and if I go onto my page, it's been there since 2017, and I says, and I quote, and it's right here in front of me: regardless of your faith, remember the humanity in you must come first. No one can take away your human right. This is one of so many things I saw when I went in that platform of the Scientology. But if I haven't traveled with the team from London, I would have thought maybe it's a devilish or they have a different agenda. Sometimes we might just want to get closer to each other to know the real self and the real people that we have. We are taking a message to not just Nigeria. We are taking the message to the global community that we have arrived and these cannot be stopped. We have arrived and we are putting a peaceful hand to them to accept that a country that has been molded, it's not just a country, it is literally has kept the dreams of millions of people. And I have said it, even if this is locked in any part of the world spiritually, we will also unlock it spiritually. And that is the reason why I have used my platform every day, that before we start the broadcast, we do the three religions, the Christianity, the Islam, and the tradition, to lead us in prayer. Because as much as we must remember that this is a spiritual battle that we are fighting, Uzor said something that really touched me. And he said that if we don't do it, I remember one of my videos, which I'm not going to go into too much details, went a little bit viral. It was a 4 hours broadcast, but someone decided to cut the bit that he believes that is making a traffic so that it can make money on YouTube. And a lot of people have come back to me and say, why would you, and I'll repeat it again, love to burn the Nigerian embassy in London? And what I've said to them is, there is not different, because we must remember that life as we speak is being taken away in Kaduna. I don't have to know those in Kaduna, but what I know is genocide is taking place. Are you now telling me to compare a building with lives of people that cannot come back? That is humanity. I have started my conversation with humanity, and I will be also closing it with humanity. We must remember that the humanity in us is why we are doing what we are doing. And Uzor also said that we have literally kept my face out there. Whether you are the presenter, my brother there that is sitting there, we have become a target. And that means whoever does not align with what we say, there's no point for them to be on earth, because we are trying to unravel and bring back what belongs to us. And whoever is going to be on our way, the Alale that is known within the Oduduwa is going to kill them. Because at the end of the day, people are being killed, and men that people cannot even go to the farm as we speak today, whether in Southwest, whether in Southeast. And you also want to wonder. I remember somebody in the North spoke to us on one of my broadcasts, and I kept asking him, what makes your own farm different from the one in the North, in the Southeast and Southwest, when you can farm easily? Because he could tell, he was boasting that he could buy a Rolls Royce because his farming is going very well. What I would say is, let us not get carried away. We have a big task, but the spiritual realm has been fought. What we are just doing now is we are trying to bring and gather people together. A lot of people might say to you that do not worry, because as I speak to you right now, I do follow. And as I said to you, I'm a journalist and I'm also a presenter. So I follow what is happening around the world. But each time I go on Twitter, and I can tell you the or the first two things that is trending as I speak to you. Buruji Kashamu is a senator in Ijebu, somewhere in Ijebu East, that died of coronavirus, is number one. Tinubu is trending as number two. Earthquake is trending as number three. And the fourth one that is trending is Big Brother Nigeria. That tells you that the people that we are trying to liberate are not interested. Should we be bothered? No, because they cannot think beyond the Big Brother that they are watching as I speak to you right now. But we will not relent. People must understand that the killings that is taking place right now in that location 9, location 419, must be shut down as quickly as possible. And if people do not understand that we are dealing with something that is not bigger than us, people think Nigeria is so big that cannot shut down. We will shut it down. There are so many ways. We have given those that I called elders 2 years to shut it down. After 2 years, if they cannot shut it down, that means I will say thank you very much. You have performed what we believe you have the all necessary skills to do. Let us take charge. And that is why I said, take it or leave it. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Election we not hold in southwest of the country in 2023. I will hand over back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because at this junction we only have 5 minutes left, and with these 5 minutes left, I will ask you the last question and just one advice to us from what you observe. Just use 3 minutes to give us an advice from what you observed during this broadcast, during this live video, while I use the remaining minutes to finish the song you sent for me, because this is a freedom uh, fighter song, right? So we are going to play it. So over to you again.
All I'll say is let us continue to preach love, but let us also understand that if we don't unite, regardless of whether we are Biafra or the Oduduwa, we have one common enemy in place that do not care whether you are Biafra or Oduduwa. They are ready to take you out. We are working that knowing that Boko Haram and bandit and whatever nonsense that they've created, they are now also creating a passage for the Al Qaeda and the ISIS. We must shut it down as quickly as we can before they penetrate more into our system. One love again to each and every one on the platform. When we come onto platform, let us understand that it might not be a kind of what you will see, but by the time you understand that this is a platform that is fighting for the freedom, just go along with it and then do what you can do and then work out of that platform. But one message that we are taking to the world is we will unite, whether we are Igbo, whether we are Biafra, Oduduwa. The unity will come and we will shut down that system so that we can save lives as quickly as we can. And I say thank you very much. And I'm sure I will continue to follow the platform and we will continue to engage. And I'm sure we still have a lot of work to do. And after we get our freedom, we still have so much in common. Thank you very much.
Mayor, I can't hear you. Are you talking to me?
So sorry for the. Okay, just use 1 minute. Just use 30 seconds to drop a point to the viewers, and also to the people following this page, and to the people, and also to the Oduduwas watching. Just in 30 seconds while I play the music, and while we log out. And it has been a great night with you people, and I so much appreciate. Okay, go on.
What I want to say is not only to us, but also to the international community. There's a photo like this. This is two young lads that were tied together on a truck in a truck tire, and they burnt them alive. Their offense was they stole food. They were hungry. and they stole food, and they burnt them alive. And I have here, I took the risk to post this on the Facebook, and they warned me that such content, they will block me next time. I knew, but I have to put it out there. So I'm gonna close with a question. What shall you do, or what can you do to make sure that another person, I have more than 100 pictures of something like this. What can you do as a person to make sure that something like this never happen again? And what do you think that Nigeria can do? Do you think in your whole wide dream there's any magic that could be done in Nigeria to stop a thing like this to happen? And if there is nothing you think Nigeria can do, as it stands now, I don't think there is any way you can eradicate the loot and burn mentality for them to begin to now to think about your security and your welfare. And since all that you know is broken down, the only solution you have is to support anything you can do to have your total emancipation, so that you can build your security around yourself as the status of a nation permits. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. Also, thank you so much, Olayomi, for joining us this wonderful night. And we hope to see you again soon. And we wish you all the best on your broadcast and in your struggle to make sure that the generation we can enjoy the good things of life that Nigeria have denied us. At this junction, I call it a night while I play the song and we listen, and I wish everyone a wonderful night from here, Germany. And if you are anywhere you are, I wish you also a wonderful time and blessings all over the world.
tí wá oníkálukú wá ń sá kíjokíjo kiri inú ìbẹ̀rù ní gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè nàìjíríà wà kó kẹ́ni tí ó gbà wá àfi káyà gba òmìnira Odùduwà ló tọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà àsìkò fi tó ẹjẹ́ àdìdé kájà fún òmìnira wa nítorí pé ilẹ̀ tí ń ṣú ilé tí tó lọ ẹ pín wa o àwa ò jẹ́ wọ́n nàìjíríà mọ́. ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o àwa ò jẹ́ wọ́n nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa àwa ò jẹ́ wọ́n nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ àwa ò jẹ́ nàìjíríà mọ́ Odùduwà nation làwa fẹ́ o. ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o àwa ò jẹ́ wọ́n nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa àwa ò jẹ́ wọ́n nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ Odùduwà ni wá Odùduwà nation làwa fẹ́ o. gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà ẹ wá gbọ́ o èmi ni ti Pọ́ọ̀lù ìwọ ni tàbúlò ẹ má jẹ́ àfàyè gba ilé láàrin ara wa ẹ má jẹ́ ká wò wípé bóyá ẹ̀sìn àbáláyé nìkan ni wọ́n máa ṣe nígbà tí a bá gba òmìnira Odùduwà tán ní kìrìsìtẹ́nì ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mùsùlùmí wà oníkálukú yóò máa ṣẹ̀sìn rẹ̀ lọ́ní o àǹfààní tó pọ̀ jantirẹrẹ ló ń bẹ nínú ká gba òmìnira orílẹ̀-èdè wa ó já mi lójú gbangba wípé nígbà tá a bá gba òmìnira tán ìyà ò lè jọmọ Odùduwà láéláé fáàbàdà nítorí wípé iná wa ó dúró wámúwámú.
This okay. I have to finish playing you before I log out.
ọ̀rọ̀ pé a ò rí kúlò màlẹ́ sí lọ́rọ̀ ọmọ Odùduwà ìgbádùn tí wọ́n ń jẹ lókun wá sùn wá bọ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà nítorí wípé ilẹ̀ wa ní nígbà tá a bá gba òmìnira tán gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn ká fún ìṣọ̀kan o Elédùà ó sì gba òmìnira Odùduwà fún wa láṣẹ Ìdùmarè Odùduwà á gbé gbogbo wa ní gbogbo àtìlẹ́yìn òde o àṣẹ. ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o àwa ò jẹ́ wọn ni. àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà jẹ́ wọn ni. àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa ẹ pín wa ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ Nàìjíríà sún wa Odùduwà nation làwa fẹ́ o. ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa o àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa ẹ dákun ẹ pín wa. àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́. Oduduwa ni wá, Oduduwa nation làwa fẹ́ o. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o, ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o, àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá, níyẹn fún wa, ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá, àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́. Oníkálukú máa lọ, Oduduwa nation làwa fẹ́ o. Ọmọ Oduduwa ni wá. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o, ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá o, àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́. Ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá, a fẹ́ máa lọ, ẹ dákun ẹ pín wá, àwa ò jẹ́ wọn Nàìjíríà yìí mọ́. Ilẹ̀ Oduduwa ti wá.
Okay, G Junction, I wish you all a wonderful night. And to Mr. Cookie, God bless and good luck in all your doings. More blessings.